Maharaj, Srimad Gurgovinda Maharaj, and all Vaishnavas, Acharyas, and all Vaishnavas assembled here. So we got opportunity to come here in this place and to get association and blessing of all you Vaishnavas and be blessed by your association is very important. And also you can speak something, you can listen something from what Acharya said, what is called Krishna Katha, this given in Shastras, like this. So, what about me? I'm not qualified to sit here because I'm fallen soul, came from Russia. So, and it is only like joking of Krishna that I'm here. When I was coming here, I was thinking that why it is happening that one person came from Russia just to Bangalore, South India, to preach in English and some other language, and maybe someone else is more qualified. But then I understood that Krishna is a crooked person. It's not straight. Everything Krishna is doing, we cannot expect. And like today, Prabhu, he very nicely explained how Krishna is very powerful and merciful, and also unpredictable. So then I appeared here. And of course, it is a great like opportunity to serve in Krishna consciousness. I got by association with Vaishnavas in Russia, but actually when I joined ISKCON, that was I came to Bhakti Riksha program, and in the temple was Jagannath temple. It was Jagannath temple in Moscow. Now it not more exists, but the deities in the main temple. But that was Jagannath temple where Vijay and Gopal Prabhu came, and you were giving their class about Kudruma Kalpatari. And I was just member of Bhakti Riksha. I just joined. And I just started chanting my rounds, 16 rounds. When I joined, I started chanting 16 rounds. And I was very impressed by this seminar. You said about the nature of bhakti. So you were speaking about this in the context of Gudruma Kalpatari, with the purport of Srila Jayapataka Maharaj. And you were saying about that actually this bhakti is making everyone leader. So if bhakti is everyone's heart. If everyone develop bhakti, he can become leader, spiritual leader, not like material leader. As we understand, we need some karma, some qualification. But here you said everyone can become leader. And then also you said that everyone can become leader of Bhakti Riksha. Of course, I was attracted by this. Actually, when I joined, I was not having so much knowledge. But the nature of Bhakti, that's very important thing. I touched this topic. And then, maybe after some months, the devotee supposed me to become in future leader of Bhakti Riksha. And they sent me to the big festival in Pushkina. There's maybe thousands of people were there, and I first time met Srila Jayapataka Swami there. Is this stick, magic stick. And he blessed me also. And I was attending all seminars of Mataji Prem Padmani Vijay Gopal Prabhu. Even I met my Diksha Guru, my spiritual master, first time there. I didn't attend his class, I was coming to classes of Bhakti Vriksha. Because I was thinking that Bhakti Vriksha is the most important. And also in these classes I was very inspired. Because you were thinking about mood of Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and also about this very important qualities required for chanting the holy name, and how it is important for a leader of Bhakti Vriksha. Trinada Pisunichana, Darora Pisunichana, Manila Manadina, Kirtaniya Salahari. And many things you were saying about also like manage some little bit management in Bhakti Vriksha we are having, but many things about the mood. This mood I've got. And after this, maybe after 1 year, I joined in ISKCON. I became sector leader, then opened my Bhakti Vriksha. Yes, it's happened in Moscow. Because actually, it's not so easy to preach in Moscow. It was not so easy. Many devotees, they were coming and going, because to live in Moscow is not easy. Also, in a very big yatra we are having in Moscow. Maybe every Sunday morning, Sunday program, thousands people were coming. A big pandal was there. That was a prosperous time for ISKCON in Russia. Then, after some years, it became decreasing. It was decreasing because of government's law. Many problems came. Now it's not like this. Now situation in Russia is actually very dangerous. Many devotees, they left Russia now. Even me, if I would there, they would send me in the war, military, because I'm in reserve also. So this is now situation, yes, very difficult. So please pray for Russian devotees. And also many years, last years, many Prabhupada's disciples could not come there. It was because of law, many restrictions. So like Russian devotees now isolated from other ISKCON, and also many things are happening there because of this. And at that time when I joined, that was a prosperous time, very fortunate time. And devotees were distributing books, many books, like they taking this bunch of books and just distributing in the streets. And no problems we were having with police in doing Nagar Sankirtan like this. And I was seeing these big pandals, thousands of people were there, and I was very inspired. And in this context, when I was thinking about Bhakti Vriksha, I was thinking like this, that you were thinking about Mahaplavan. So we were thinking that maybe in some years, 5 years, we will have Mahaplavan. So little bit more just preaching, everyone will become devotee. And also when I joined in Bhakti Vriksha, every week many people were joining in our Bhakti Vriksha. It was like big festival, every meeting. I was preaching in every program. I was coming and associating with new people, and please come. And that was very it was developing very quickly. And then some devotees, they were also leaving Moscow because different moods were there. This, not everyone was having so power of tolerance. So then devotees, they decided maybe our young Bhakta Sergei will become sector leader, because our sector leader has gone in another city. I became sector leader after maybe 9 months in ISKCON. So then I was supposed to open Bhakti Vriksha. I opened Bhakti Vriksha also, and it was also developing very quickly. So after maybe 1 year, it was 25 devotees on this group, and we made some branches, and two branches first they appeared. Yes, it was a very fortunate time for me, very happy. And also I didn't know, I wasn't having so much knowledge. Because when I joined, no one explained me how to chant japa. And even I was chanting not correctly, I was chanting and I was teaching devotees in my Bhakti Vriksha to do like this. One day devotees told me, oh, it's not correct. Oh, I didn't know. And he explained me. So he didn't respecting me some months after this. But they understood that I was, maybe I was not having so much knowledge, but I was so enthusiastic. So they accepting this. And we also were having big festivals. We were not qualified in management, anything. Our senior devotees were engaging us. We were doing many things. I think today we'll be afraid to see this. If some devotee will do. But at that time we were doing, because that was time everyone was doing everything freely in Russia. And after some time it collapsed. Yes, it is just historical point. And we will see what will be in future. Yes, of course. Because Prabhupada said that the Russian people, their only asset is spiritual. Because materially Russian people, they are suffering a lot. And they're not happy. Well, this science is not making them happy. But Russian very open to others' culture. We are not having other culture actually. Our culture not exist anymore. But we open to other culture. So if we, Russian very easily surrender to other culture. So therefore, Russian they can distribute. It's their mission. My spiritual master, he is a disciple of Srila Jayapataka Swami, his Grace Chaitanya Chandra Charan Prabhu. He is saying like this, saying this is mission of Russian people, to come everywhere and distribute. That our identity like this. So I was not preparing to speak about Lord Jagannath today. Sorry, maybe next time. I have a nice material from the book of Srila Guru Govinda Swami, which printed only on Bengal. But I have a text and some Jagannath Leelas, how Jagannath appeared like this. But maybe today we will speak about the nature of Bhakti. Maybe it is because it's connected with topic of Bhagavatam today. Prabhu was very nicely speaking many stories, and we can maybe give some explanation and discuss. And also I can share what I got also from my Shiksha Guru also, because this devotee was having so close relationships I was having many years, and by blessing of my Gurudev, his old name the same like my Gurudev's name, Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, his disciple Srila Guru Govinda Swami. And I was staying in Gadagiri, this small village, very big temple there, and always Harikatha is there, and many things I got from this place also. I will try to share. And by your blessing also, please bless me to speak something which will give pleasure to Guru Gauranga. Hare Krishna. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, yes, we coming to 10th canto, jumping to 10th canto. But I will speak it in our way, as Prabhupada's mood. We're not jumping to that canto, we're going slowly. But in 10th canto it is said, to 2nd chapter, 16th verse, Bhagavan api vishvatma bhaktanam abhayankaraha aviveshamsha bhagena mana anakadundubhe. Thus the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the super soul of all living entities, and who vanquished all the fear of his devotees, entered the mind of Vasudeva in full opulence. This is verse I am giving context about how Bhagavan Krishna appeared in the heart of Vasudeva, and then he was transported to the heart of Devaki. Then Bhagavan Krishna appeared on the land of Bharata Varsha. And in this verse, very important word is Vishvatma. But Vishvatma means super soul who is in everyone's heart. And another meaning is the only lovable object for all living entities. And Vishvatma is whom? Is one to whom all living entities can render a loving service. All of us. So this is our object of love at Bhagavan Krishna. We cannot have such loving relationship with Lord Narayana, actually, Vishnu, as we can have with Krishna. It's very important. And also there are devotees who develop very deep loving relationship with Krishna. They called very dear devotees to Krishna. And but question comes, how can we love Bhagavan? And when Bhagavan he entered into the mind of Vasudeva, in which all his 6 opulences, Almighty Bhagavan, he appeared then from the body of Devaki. And Vasudeva actually, he could not develop full love for him, because he appeared like Narayana. There is difference between Krishna, who is the son of Vasudeva, Krishna, who is the son of Nanda Maharaj. Actually, Ratha Yatra is about this. Like, Ratha Yatra is developing these relationships with Krishna in Vrindavan. And we can love Krishna as his servitors, as his friends, parents, or the elder persons, like someone can go companion. But we cannot love Narayana or Vishnu in the same way, because in the service to him there is some fear. So Vasudeva was giving little bit fear to Bhagavan. In this shloka it is stated that Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the super soul of all living entities, who vanquished all the fear of his devotees, entered the mind of Vasudeva in full opulence. It was in a Kamsa's prison, actually. And it can be contradictory how this Bhagavan, full opulence, coming in prison, in Kamsa's prison. However, he appeared with all his opulences, and as Narayana. And when they saw him, some kind of fear developed there. Oh, Bhagavan appeared. And perhaps I can commit some offense unto his lotus feet, because this is Bhagavan, so powerful. And such a fear is called awe and reverence, or we can say Sambrahma. And one shows respect to the Supreme Lord, actually also having some fear, because some distance is there. My heart is not pure. I can commit some offense, like this. But when Bhagavan Krishna appeared in Gokula, also had opulences, even 4 opulences more, but 4 types of beauty more than Narayana. Like, as we know, Krishna's flute, how he's playing on flute, his devotees, his prema around him, his qualities, his leelas. And therefore, when he appeared as covered boy, no one was giving respect to him as the Supreme Lord. Actually, when Jagannath is staying in Jagannath Puri temple, everyone is giving respect to him. It's awe and reverence there. It is said that Jagannath in Jagannath Puri temple, it is like in Dwaraka, like king. But actually, Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnavas' mood is different. They understand this differently, but we will speak it other time. But when Jagannath is coming on Ratha Yatra, he is coming in different way. No reverence. Many people, they throwing his clothes like this. They sometimes climbing on him. So they playing with Jagannath. But before, so much own reverence. But when Baladev is coming, it's respect, so much respect to him. That is different.
So they don't treat Baladev in the same way?
No. Baladev is Baladev, awe and reverence to Baladev, because actually, who is Narayana? Narayana is coming from Baladev. So
they won't climb on him and all that?
No, not climbing on Baladev. Baladev is Guru. Guru always give respect, but actually there is other thing, maybe sometimes we'll speak, that relationship with Guru in our life also should have some vishramba, some loving relationship, not only awe and reverence. That is not sufficient. But that's the other thing. This is mood of Mahaprabhu. But actually when Krishna appeared, he satisfied all his devotees. Vasudeva and Devaki, they was having love with some fear. And he was manifested in front of them like Narayana. But Nanda and Yashoda, they were not having any fear. He manifested in front of them as Krishna, covered boy. Then question comes, how can we develop this love? Therefore, this word is very important, Vishwatma. Is everyone's heart. Already he is very close to us. Because in our heart, the distance between us and Krishna very, very little. No distance. But to understand this, you need time, you need mercy to understand this. Everyone has tendency to develop love for others. It is our inborn qualities. Srila Prabhupada said in the Nectar of Devotion, Bhakti Rasamrita. Although it comes from the core of the heart, we cannot hide it. It will manifest. This love will manifest. Therefore we join Krishna consciousness. Because we want to reciprocate these loving feelings. This main reason. Not because of philosophy, because many shastras. That is also required. But actually we want to reciprocate with Lord these feelings. And how can one say, I have no love? Not possible, not possible. We all have love. And to develop that love, we need others. That's important. When we are very small, we love only our mother and father. Later it comes to our friends, our family, wife, children, opposite sex. One may love his family, wife, children, friends, nation. In any case, some love must be there. Without love, not possible. And when we develop love for someone, then we begin to love ourselves too. We cannot love ourselves without love others also. Without love, the jiva cannot survive. Therefore, everything we are doing in Krishna consciousness, this is reciprocation of love. This is only one thing. Therefore, Mahaprabhu is teaching us like this. Since you must love someone, why don't you love Krishna? If you must love, anyway, you must love someone. But actually, you love Krishna because Krishna is the real object of love. Other objects of love maybe not so real. We can say not, they're temporary. If we develop love, let us develop love for Krishna, what it is saying. And so we should make all efforts to develop such love. And that is seva. Our effort is seva. In other types of love, the question comes, what is about another types of love? There is some self-interest, like swartha, selfish desire. Actually, acharyas, they're saying, that is not love. The central focus, the central point of love is Krishna. What Acharya is saying to us. And this is the cause of love. And that is word like prema. As I said before, that in some languages, Telugu and all this, prema means love. They're saying prema. But actually, not in all cases it is prema. This prema means prema. Prema means love to Krishna, actually. This love should be directed to Krishna. And this is Krishna, the central focus. Krishna is called Premika, other words, that is called. Or Prema Moya Purusha. Then we can say, one who should get this love. That is his mission, Krishna, mission of Krishna, to get love from one, from all. Therefore we need some buildings, temples, we need this. Because we need to reciprocate love with Krishna only. This building only for Krishna. Not building for some people who will live there. Not. We should not think like this. Even some people are staying in the temple. We should think that this is people of Krishna. And if they're staying in the temple, they should behave, their behavior should be very pure, very perfect. If their behavior not pure, we should correct them, help them to correct. Senior devotees there for this purpose. But they are people of Krishna. And Krishna, this is house of Krishna. We understand like this. Then our feeling of love will become more and more, and we will think, this is city of Krishna. This is Koramangala, this place, area of Krishna. Then this is city of Krishna. And how to understand this? For this purpose, we're going outside, and we're doing Harinam Sankirtan, distributing books, and also Ratha Yatra is very important. Because you see, Jagannath Puri, every day they're worshipping Jagannath. But how can they can understand that all this city is the city of Jagannath? In the time of Ratha Yatra they can understand. Because all this city is engaged in seva, this time. So this very deep meaning of Ratha Yatra here. So when we are coming, join to this ceremony, Ratha Yatra ceremony, we should think about this. We should think, and in this mood should come. Like we want to give Krishna to others, because they forgot about Krishna, because this is city of Krishna. We cannot say in Moscow like this, the city of Krishna, because many demons also are there. they will fight.
Krasnodar is
Krasnodar, Krishnadar. But actually this temple in Krishnadar is outside the city. Because inside city is not possible. But here it's more possible, because in India everyone is devotee of Krishna. Everyone. Everyone can accept this. It is possible here. Therefore, someone told me that Srila Jayapataka Swami said, Bangalore will be first Krishna conscious city. Haribo. When come back to the topic. And we're saying about love. Our force to develop love for objects other than Krishna will fail. That we should understand. We try to develop love for other objects, but we will cry about this, we will suffer. Anyway, ordinary persons do not know whom to love and how to love. We should teach them. These books are provided only to teach others how to love and whom to love. Therefore, the name of love, in the name of the love, they develop lust. And lust means that we have the desire for enjoyment. Like maybe sometimes, I don't know, like in India, but outside in Western countries, you can buy milk product. And this is advertisement of milk. Because milk doesn't need any advertisement. Milk is always pure. But they do it because this is not milk. You buy, no milk is there inside. Also like this. We have some love, but this is not love, this is lust. Like this. But looks like love. And we can take this bottle of milk and put the real milk inside. Also we can use this body, these senses, and develop real love. That's a very simple example. Lust means that we have the desire for enjoyment. And suppose we love someone in this world, and he will beat us by broomstick. What will happen? We had so much love, but now love has turned into frustration. We're not happy at all. What kind of love was that? It was not real love. Therefore, when we develop love for any person of the material world, we become bewildered. We develop love for others. We love maybe here, not like this, but people in this world, they love cats, dogs. Yeah, yes. And I was in Russia also like this. As Prabhupada said, the civilization of dogs and cats. Because everywhere dogs and cats. People cannot give love to each other. They give love only to this pet, small pets. Because no one is accepting love from you. Oh, this is war there. People so much suffering there. So we move in this world with all dissatisfaction. Actually, Prabhupada started Bhagavad Gita preface from this. He said, again and again we come and search. So, where is satisfaction? Where is satisfaction? So we want to find this. But very difficult to find. Where is bliss? Where is pleasure? We have gotten this human form of life, but we remain dissatisfied. We don't know whom we should love so that we shall get all types of satisfaction and our love will become successful. And in the heart there is love. The Jiva is having love. And it is natural for this love to flow to Krishna. Natural. Like it is natural for a river to flow to the ocean. Natural of love to flow to Krishna. On the way we turn our love towards others because someone tells us, oh, hey, you don't love your children, your family, your nation, your country. You don't love this. So, better you first develop love for this, not for Krishna. And therefore, that love which was meant to spontaneously love towards Krishna is now flowing in another direction. And it is supposed to go to Krishna. But because Krishna is there in our heart, but now this love is going in different direction, we are not happy. Unless we have turned our face, unless we have turned our love towards Krishna, we have not developed any relationship with Krishna also. If we have no love for Krishna, how can we say that we have developed a relationship with Krishna? Also one thing. That maybe we can think that Krishna is like order supplier. Like some Govind Swami was saying that sometimes. Whatever I want, He will give. But we don't want to give Him. That was what He waiting us. Sometimes when Krishna is waiting, He is sleeping and waiting. When Pujari will wake me up, and will come and give me some food, and nice dressing. Because without Him, I cannot get this. Krishna is waiting. And sometimes Pujari is getting up because Krishna came in the dream. Come. I wait. Many who was serving deities in temple, very sincere devotees, they having such experience. And only when we develop love for Krishna, then we can say that we having loving relationship with Krishna. And if we do not think about Krishna, how can we love Him? Also, this is a very important thing. We have so much knowledge about the material world, of course. Therefore, we develop love for this world. And if we have no knowledge about Krishna, how shall we love Him? First of all, we should know about Krishna. Then we can develop relationship with Him. And if we have no love, if not developed relationship with Him, why He will accept our love? He waits our love, but we don't have love. Don't give love to Him. How He will give? How He will accept? For every entity, there is a place where the entity can take shelter. That's a very important thing. Everyone is having fear in this world. Now this was Corona time. I don't know, as in Bengaluru was Corona going on, but everywhere was fear. Fearful condition. And that means everyone needs shelter. Without shelter we can't do anything. Because with fear, how can we give love? If we are having fear, how can we give love? Love also needs to take shelter somewhere. Love also needs to take shelter. Like a stream is flowing to a river, or to an ocean, or some other reservoir of water. So water should be in some reservoir. This is shelter. If there is no place where it can find shelter, what will happen with the stream? What will happen? This water will spread everywhere. Yes? And it will dry up. This stream, it will not take shelter, it will dry up. If a flow of water merges into the ocean, then the water will continue to exist. If we will take shelter, our love will exist. We will exist. If we will not take shelter, we will be like dead in this body. Sorry. And we should find the right place. And what is the shelter? What is the shelter of our love? Who can say? The lotus feet of Krishna, that is shelter. We could put our love to the lotus feet of Krishna. And if our love does not flow to the lotus feet of Krishna, it will become failure. What does it mean that it will become failure? It means that we develop love not for Krishna but some others. So we found shelter not at the lotus feet of Krishna but in others. Others people, others institutions, everywhere. And after this we will have frustration. Yes, thank you. You just imagine, we speak about so high topics, but people, where they put their love, where they shelter. I put my love on the shelter of this cat, on the shelter of this dog. Actually, it is happening in the Western world. I don't know in India it is happening or not. Sometimes they imitating. Many. And that is because their mind is so narrow, heart is so narrow. But we need to develop very broad heart, broad mind, not narrow. Narrow means not happy. And when my love is connected with the material world, then I cannot be free from shoka, moha, bhaya, lamentation, delusion and fear. That is other topic, but briefly I can say that when people, they lost something in the past, they feel it, or they feel it, shoka. Some shoka, some lamentation is there. Then, now, they're thinking, now I'm enjoying and it will be eternal. I'm always will enjoy. This is moha, illusion. And then, bhaya. Why? Because maybe, this is doubt is coming, maybe I will lose my enjoyment. This is bhaya. So people, they depend on this past, present and future. But only Krishna knows past, present and future. He's saying, I know this, but no one knows me. Mam Chavedana Kashchana. So, whom do we love first of all, from the beginning of our life? Whom? Our mother, yes. But actually not. Actually, Acharya is saying, first of all, one loves himself, his own body. Later one's love will go to the others. Later. First of all, my body. Not about his mother, no. Love the mother little bit later develop. When child can also say mama, mother, then learn little bit. And when it will develop, he cries for milk. Then he needs milk. Then love for mother develop. And where you will get milk? He approached mother. She's the source of milk. It means that first he thinks about his own needs in this world, his own body. After some time, his love will be extended towards mother and father. Some gratitude will come, other close relatives, then society, then nation, then the whole world. We may even have love for the whole world, even Vishwa Prema, like this. But unless and until we have love for Krishna, our love remains incomplete. Just imagine. Krishna consciousness is the higher, more elevated than love to the whole world. And we don't know what complete love is. If you do not know what real love is, how you will get pleasure, happiness. Only when we understand what love is, we shall get all happiness. Because we do not know whom we should love, who the object of love is. We do not get any happiness, any bliss in our life. You understand this? Very simple thing I say, but very important. And how we can get real pleasure, real happiness? We love our relatives, but no love to Bhagavan Krishna, who is the object of love. And then, when we develop love of God, then automatically we shall become able to love one and all. That is a very important thing. Not like we love only Krishna, but not loving relatives, not loving our family. No. We will reciprocate the real love with our relatives if we love Krishna. Therefore, first we should love Krishna. And this should be the teaching. And the teaching is imparted only in the Bhakti line, in Mahaprabhu's line. Only this very important thing. Other thing we can get from like with own reverence, give respect, some sadachara, etiquette. We can get also from others, paramparas, sampradayas. Many gurus are there, but these things Mahaprabhu gave. Only this thing. This is our asset. And we should have very important. We should understand this, because Also we can see sometimes there are many temples also and devotees of Krishna, but they don't know this. And they're not happy in these temples. They need to force others to do some seva, no people, no money, like this. Because no ananda. But if you understand this, that first I should love Krishna, and if I love Krishna, I will love others. Everything will be developed. This movement will be developed. Preaching, what is preaching? Preaching just reciprocation of love. But the real love. And people are taught to love their nation, but who teach to love Krishna? That is main point. There are so many kinds of teaching in this world, that very rarely someone teaches how to develop love for Krishna. In the school, in the college, what they are teaching, to whom they should love. And when this teaching is reduced, then the heart becomes filled with lust. Then I understand? This heart cannot be empty. Something should be there. If no love, then lust. But the lust is not real love. And then there is no place for love. You give him Bhagavad Gita, and he says, no, I know Krishna. I know Krishna. They don't want, because heart full of lust. Kama desire, so strong. Selfish desire. And prema love has some effulgence. When devotees, they are having some effulgence, they are attracting others only by their purity. Others seeing, oh, this devotee is so bright, so shining. But when Kama is there, no shining, no effulgence. And so much dirt in the heart. So how can we develop Krishna prema? So still, my main point is that love is natural for us, very natural. The jiva cannot remain without love. So actually there is no need to teach us that we should develop love. That is also my point. No one teaches that you should love your mother. You just love, that is no need. And yesterday I saw these cows in the Giridhari temple. They are so simple. You just approach them, they like you. They're licking you. Cow licks your calf. Although nobody teaches the cow to do it. It's very naturally. When a cow is nearby, we can also understand what is the love. It is very important. And nobody teach the mother to take on the lap child and kiss the child. It is natural. This is natural. Love is there inside us. It develops naturally. How do men and women become husbands and wives? Nowadays, even in India, it's coming that men and women live together and then they get married. It is not love, only lust. And earlier it was not like this. And in India it was not like this. But even when you were young, it was not like this. But now everything changed. So big. The Kali is so strong. It is a traditional system that man doesn't know the woman who will become his wife, actually. However, after marriage, they stay together, love each other. Then, no one teaches the woman or the man how to love. They just developing loving relationship. Why? Because of simple heart. And the parents love their children. The children love their parents. So we have many types of relationships in this world. But these relationships are not based on love. Why to say that they are not based on love? This is lust. Why? Because in this relationship there is desire for enjoyment. And we see, if we are not developing this culture of real love, then it's happening. Even it was a very great tradition in India, but now it's becoming very weak. It's going, why? Because the basement absent. there is no real basement. Real basement is the teaching of Mahaprabhu. And we should put everything on the platform of love, like Srila Govinda Swami was always telling this. Put on the platform of love. Then we can do everything in the proper mood. We will not be tired of seva. We will develop desire to do more and more seva. That question will not come. Who will open Bhakti Vriksha group? Because one devotee told, I don't remember this name. Maybe not from this sector, I don't know. But when we were in Bangalore, first time, he told us that when we started Bhakti Vriksha, I was thinking that I have no hours in a day for Bhakti Vriksha. I need more hours in a day. Maybe 24 hours not enough. I need more. So strong enthusiasm he expressed to us. So I understood that. And one time Srila Jayapadaka Swami told that Bhakti Vriksha is spontaneous seva. I was always thinking, why he said like this? Because sometimes in Russia we were forcing others to do seva. But then, now I understood. I think that because it is seva. Seva means spontaneous. Seva doesn't mean you should force someone. If you force someone, you should do this. That means he don't want to serve. That means Krishna will not accept this seva. It's not seva. Actually, even coming from Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu from Gadagiri, our president, he said to me that I never force anyone to do any seva, he said, in my temple. Because why should I force? Krishna will not accept. He said, better he will say to me, I want to do this seva. So yes, you do. But not like this, you do this seva. But he doesn't want. And I see he doesn't want. But he come, just take prasad, do what he likes. Then this feeling will develop spontaneously. And children love their parents due to the desire for enjoyment. This is problem. Because children depend on their body also. Parents, they feeding the children like this. But now we should develop real love. The real love, without any designations. Just doing it for the pleasure of Krishna, because we know who is Krishna. But our situation, we are not free from desire for our own enjoyment, even myself. I cannot say that we are free, because if we are free, this Krishna consciousness movement will be distributed very quickly. Prabhupada said 18 days to distribute in all world. He said, but I will not say you secret. Prabhupada didn't say all secret. Why? Because this secret in Prabhupada's books. We should find it by ourselves. It's just, if one, like also Srila Govinda Swami was telling sometimes, that if you want to be on the surface of the ocean of bhakti, you will take only some fish. But if you go inside, deeper, you will take some jewel on the bottom of the sea. So go deeper, to become introspective. Not only I'm doing only many things, but I'm waiting something for myself. Be introspective, go inside, because Krishna is inside your heart. This love to Krishna is natural for you. You just develop it in proper way. That is Acharya's instruction. The soul doesn't get satisfaction from these material things. Since the soul is not satisfied, the soul will again look for happiness, again will look for satisfaction, pleasure. Searching for pleasure, the soul Atma will go to different bodies, different places, different universes. Indian people always traveling. Why is there so much traveling? Because the soul is not satisfied. That is answer. The Atma does not come satisfied by this so-called love, loving relationship of the material world. Because these relationships are based on sense gratification. Actually, sense gratification is a sinful act, sinful activities. When we're not pleasing Krishna, we're doing for ourselves. It is simple activities. And I love a woman as long as my senses get some pleasure from her. Then I love woman. As soon as she stops to give pleasure to my senses, I don't want to love you anymore. And I will look for another. Such love is temporary. I gave so much love to my child. But after the child has grown up, doesn't listen to me. So when my love is broken, whom I should love? So many people I saw in this condition. But in old age, they're suffering because they're not caring about them. I was giving so much love, but they're not giving love to me. Therefore, people, what they're thinking? I should work more, I should earn more money, so that in old age no one will care about me. Yes, they're thinking like this. So now I should work in the job with double energy, they're thinking. As now I'm young, I should work with double energy. And after this, they will double tired. And then, in old age, they will suffer double suffering they will get. People going in the wrong way, wrong direction. Everyone is here. So, and we say about compassion, like preaching is compassion. But what is compassion? Compassion is very, very strong love. When we're feeling very, very strong love to Krishna, then it's going, like Ganga is like flute. It's coming everywhere, water is coming. First of all, develop love for Krishna. Then this compassion is coming out. I cannot, Vaishnav, he cannot be quiet if others are suffering. If others are suffering, Vaishnav's heart is bleeding. Why they are suffering? They don't know the real way. They just say, yes, I know Krishna, I know Krishna. How to help them? This question. Also, when I came here, devotees telling me so many things that you're Russian. Like I said, no, I'm not Russian. You are not Indian. On this platform, we can reciprocate love. If you're thinking that I'm this one, you this one, we'll never establish any relationship. And it means that it was not real love. This type of love was cheating people, showing the wrong path. If we go on the wrong path, we shall never reach our destination. Like suppose I needed to go to London, but I boarded flight to Singapore. Finally I will be in Singapore, not in London. Shall be bewildered and frustrated like this. So enjoyable objects, they give us pleasure. Why? This question comes. Why enjoyable objects in this world give us pleasure? Like variety store. You coming, many things are there. You can buy what you want. Why? Because we have anarthas. However, we do not know that this so-called pleasure is not our prayojana, not our need or requirement. So we don't need such so-called happiness. We run after something which is not our need, not required for us. Because we do not know what is the real need, our prayojana. It is what is our real need. In giving up prayojana, we run after aprayojana, like Acharya said, aprayojana. What is not our real need. And what is our prayojana, what is our need? We run after objects which will give pleasure to our body and mind. Right? But we do not run after objects which will give pleasure to our atma, the soul. And as long as we do not understand the needs of a soul, we shall run after the bodily requirements. And this happening, why is this happening? Because of bad association, asatsanga. Due to bad association, we think that we are enjoyers. And but due to good associations, with sadhu, these pure Vaishnavas, we should understand that only enjoy the Supreme Lord Krishna. That is our, like we say, responsibility. We should always get good association. It's not easy now. Maybe big city, we doing so many work, many people are there. But what does it mean, association? If you allow someone enter into your heart, that is association, right? Sangha. We need good association, not bad association. Even you not associate with anyone, but in your mind you can get this association. Because before, so many bad association was there. And therefore it is also said, yes, we having this love, but we should be very careful. We should be very careful. Everywhere can be danger. Even not chanting nicely, even not serving to Vaishnavas nicely, not doing seva nicely, danger will come also. Because danger will come, we will become weak. Some bad association, and it will enter in my heart. If weakness is there, door is not closed, door is open, and everyone can come into this door. Then we will frustrate it. But what we need to not only get good association, to give good association also. That is very important thing. Because if you not give good association, you will also not be happy. Because if you have ananda, happiness, the nature of the real happiness is to share with others. Because we said that happiness means love. Real happiness depends on love. But love depends on others. Love means to reciprocate with others. Not like, I take it only for myself, I will not give to anyone. No, we give to others, like Mahaprasad. When we taking Mahaprasad, sometimes, eat food to distribute to others, to share. Then we can understand what is love. And therefore in Brahma Samhita it is said, Advaitam Achyutam Anandi Manantarupam Ajam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Videshu Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhaktau Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, who is non-dual, infallible, without beginning, who has unlimited forms, and still the original, who is the oldest person, yet always appears as a fresh youth, and who is inaccessible by the Vedas, but obtainable by unallowed devotion of the soul. Very pure, unallowed. Since Govinda Krishna is infallible, unlimited, if we develop love for him, that love will also be unlimited. Asima Ananda. Srimad Bhakti always. Asima Ananda. Unlimited love. Unlimited happiness. It will increase day by day. And this thing I got from this class of Gadruma Kalpatavi also. What is Bhakti Vriksha? Bhakti Vriksha actually that means that our Ananda will increase day by day by doing this service. And we want naturally to develop more Bhakti Vrikshas, naturally. And if we're doing something not in proper way, then this desire will not come. Some fear will come. Or if no more responsibility, more people, they will more suffer, and not have more comfort, then no, better I will not do it. That is fear, you understand? But this fear is not in our line. In other lines, maybe. But you see, they are not developing. They're not developing their centers, their movements. They are not movement, because this fear you can develop maybe a little bit on center mat, like this. But with love, without fear, you can develop whole world can become Krishna conscious. And that means more ananda, more pleasure is there. Okay. Yes, thank you very much. Sorry, I forgot about time. This is my problem. So, I conclude. This is a big topic, but what I said that try to develop the pure love, to be introspective and to go deeper inside. What really I have desired to please Krishna or not. And if we are not having this desire, that means that some bad association we are having. We should have more good association. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Maharaj ki jai. Ananta Koji Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Actually, I'm very sorry that I finished late. You could stop me before. No problem.
What is the meaning of Vishramba?
Vishramba. Vishramba means very close, very familiar relationships. Without own reverence, you can say. I cannot say Sanskrit meaning literal. I'm not. Maybe I will see and I will say to you later. We use Vishramba and Sambrahma like opposite. Sambrahma means with own reverence, Vishramba means without. Very close, no fear, like this. Okay? Hare Krishna.
We've got all these programs lined up, Harinam and going around for Prasadam and all these things. That's right. Anyway, we continue every week.
Yes, I'm sorry that I could not stop myself.
That is true. As a nature.
It is my problem only. Therefore, I need someone who can control me. Okay, I need devotees. I need your association. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripa Actually, I got this from the book of Chaitanya Chandra Prabhu, because I myself was to making his books also. And this one book he made, already printed. And I just got something from this. Very nice.
Very nice.
Okay, Hare Krishna.